afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club here in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, for today's play in the Dubai Gold Cup 2025. Our first match this afternoon will be between Wolves and Gantut, and following on after that, on field number 1, we'll have UAE versus Chengiri. So plenty of players out there on the field, just warming up at the moment. Before this first match, umpires sorting themselves out. So it's a lovely afternoon here. Nice breeze, keeping the heat off here. Great for the horses. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to hand over to Sebastian, who just has a quick interview here with you now.
Thank you very much, Adam. And here we are with Jason Green. There are a lot of people behind the scenes in this sport. That is not only the players, the show, the main show, but there is a lot of people working behind the scenes, and this is one of the cases. Please tell me what you do and how you enter this world.
Yeah, well, thank you, Sam, and your work as well. I've watched from all around the world, but I'm here in Dubai, and repairing polo mallets is my business. When I first met my wife, my now wife, 10 years ago, she had a bunch of mallets, and I said, "What's wrong with these?" She said, "They're broken." I said, "So, can I pull one apart?" When I was 18, I was working with mechanics on old aeroplanes, wooden fabric aeroplanes. So you can fix a piece of wood and fly on it. You can probably fix a polo millet. There's some transferable skills from my day job flying private jets, right? So there had to be, and it's a great way to communicate, to contribute here to, as you say, the fantastic community we have around in the background and all around the sides of the fields.
Because if not, I mean, I can imagine if they have, probably they have to bring like 20, 30 mallets for the whole season, and then fly them back to Argentina or wherever to fix them.
Exactly, that's what she was waiting to do. Her next trip to Argentina, or the next time somebody's coming out or going, and I just provide that as the only person lucky enough to be able to provide that skill. And of course, there's the passion from the amateurs, and they love. I'll paint everything. All of my work is by me. It's my USP there. It's all hand painted. If you can show me a picture, I'll paint it and put that on the end of a mallet.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I mean, eventually we were the other day talking with one of the one who was interviewing, and we were commenting that it needs some technology. Many things that are in polo. One is the mallet.
Absolutely.
We are using the same mallet for 100 years.
We have, but the thing is, with a lot of equestrian sport, it's very, very tradition bound, and it really, really takes somebody to actually have a real product that's going to work. Whether it be the type of wood you're using on a head, because there's a lot you have to learn about this, the grain and everything. But I think actually there is space for more technology in this business. But we'll see how that goes. I'm afraid that's way out of mine. Is a passion project, purely the creative aspect of keeping people.
Well, we can get some point to there. It must be really difficult to get all the pieces that you need in order to repair, or in this part of the world.
Well, it is actually. I have good contacts. With some of the bigger companies from Pilar. There's cane, which you can get actually from Indonesia. But all of the big companies around making all of the great sticks. They've been very supportive, because I'm not competing. I'm actually helping their products last longer and stay in the eye. So it works for everybody.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for this input. I mean, we need to know all the jobs that are around.
Absolutely.
Around, because if not, it's only the players.
Yeah, no, and thank you for your exposure. And I've been watching Polo Line from all over the world, so it's great to keep up with what's going on at home here.
Thank you very much, and back to you, Adam.
Thank you very much indeed, Sebastian and Jason, for that interview there. Before we get this match underway, and today, of course, we had a great game yesterday, and we have these 2 games here today, and then we'll go forward on Wednesday to our semi-finals. So there's still a little bit of everything to play for out here. with teams vying to see who'll get through the semis and see who's going to be playing who in the semi-finals. It should be very interesting indeed. And you can see online there at the moment our top scorers, Bautista Bajuga with 21 goals, Benja Penelo with 20, which I'm sure he'll try and revert that order here this afternoon. Tommy Fernandez Llorente on 16, Gonzalito Perez on 14, and Kako Raja on 13. View there of Habtoor just warming up, along there with Kako Raja, I believe it is, in the background there with him. And of course, please tune in to our social media at Polo Line OK, Facebook at Polo Line Int, and on YouTube, Polo Line TV. More importantly, if you haven't done so already, please download the Polo Line app, which will keep you up to date with all the goings on in polo throughout the world. And also here at Al Habtoor DXB Gold Cup Series on Instagram, and on Instagram Al Habtoor Polo Club, so you can keep up to date with everything that is happening here at Al Habtoor, with all the schedules for matches, show jumping, dressage, and some great opportunities to win some wonderful prizes as well. And you see there Horacio Hagi, who's over here this year at Gantut. And of course, if you would, if you're tuning in on Facebook, drop a message, tell us where you're viewing from, and we'll see if you can give you a shout out at half time. So we look forward to hearing from you, and our lineups here this afternoon will be for Dubai Wolves. Playing at number 1 will be Habtoor Al Habtoor on 1 goals. At 2 will be Benja Penelo on 7. At 3 will be Santiago Laborde on 6, and Felix Asain on 6 goals at number 4. And for Gantut, playing at number 1 on 1 goals is Nasser Al-Shamsi. At number 2 on 5 goals is Juan Habrojo. At 3 on 7 goals is Gonzalo Ferrari. And at 4 is Marcos Kakuaraja. Also on 7 goals, both 20-goal teams, so we look to get this one underway shortly here now with our umpires out there on the field. And our umpires on the field for this first match this afternoon will be Peter Wright and Howard Smith, with the third man being Matthias Baveni. So the two teams just sorting themselves out here now, and they'll just get themselves lined up to get this one underway. It looks like umpire Wright on the far side will be throwing in for the first 3 chuckers. Has gone to just dismount to adjust his stirrups. And he'll get himself back on board again. We'll get this one underway very shortly. And in this first chucker, Habtoor starting off on Ruben, Canasta for Benka. Santi starting on Naftalina, and Felix on Simpatica. Nasser Al-Shamsi on Filosa, Juan Ambrosio on Felicidad, Gonza on Tutibop, and Kaku starting off on Muda. Change the orders around a little bit here today. So welcome down to our live commentary here for today's play, the first match between Wolves and Gantut. All set here. So the two teams just start to get themselves lined up there on Peter Wright on the far side, on the Villa side. And they're just working out which way they're going to be going. It looks like we have Wolves heading towards the Villa end. And most probably we'll have Gantut in the white shirts heading towards the scoreboard. And so two teams lining up here. 5 chuckers to play. Ball into play. Off out the back of the line. Out it comes. Kaku comes in. Tries to pick that one up on the near side. It's left here now for Laborde. Laborde comes inside the man. Straight onto him though. Zabrosian just takes it off him. Away from him, or tries to do so. Felix just has to go back and try and recover that one and pick up the play here now. Felix on the play. Goes under the neck with that one there. Looking there for Benka. But it's picked up and cleared away here now. out towards the side by Brojo. Brojo, good strong shot underneath the neck there, trying to get it up there for Gonza, but he doesn't quite get to that one there. But coming in front of Benka, established on that line, was Kaku Raja. And we get the first whistle of the match. And you can see on a replay, thank you very much, from Polo line. Clearly Benka established on it, and Kaku just trying to sneak away in front there. It looks like we have a shoe on the field already, which has just been picked up and get removed. So it looks like Felix has managed to pick this one up. So just like to remind everybody, field side, back behind the 10-metre safety zone line, please, sir. Black t-shirt, filming. You need to be back behind the 10-yard line. Yes, sir, that's you. The drone behind you must get back from the boards, please. Back from the boards, sir. Thank you. So just waiting here now for a call to be played, or play to be called even. It looks like opting to quickly change the pony that lost the shoe. Here's Felix. So players called by umpire Smith. And it'll be Santiago, taps it up forward. Up there to Rojo. Puts that one out towards the middle of the field. Looking there for Benka. Comes off the back of his pony. Not quite linking up cleanly there. The backhand comes in nicely there for Gonza Ferrari to come and pick up here now. Gonza playing a storming tournament here for Gantut so far. Goes with the big neck shot in towards goal, but doesn't quite get over that one enough to find the goals. And it just goes wide out towards the right-hand side. So the first attack there by Gantut. You can see on our replay. Comes up to it and goes with the next shot, but just going wide. So players called. Laborde brings it in, takes it underneath the neck here now for Benka. Benka getting a bit of protection there from Felix. Sends it up the field here now. Picked up though there by Gonza. But in doing so found himself across the line, and Felix following it down hard. And we get another whistle on that play. We can see on our replay here now. So let us see where the umpire's taking this one up to, and it looks like we have a penalty for a 60-yard penalty here in favour of the Wolves. Can be teed up there by Benka Pinello. As I said, Benka will be looking to reverse that order, as he's currently in second place in the scorers table. So Benka circling around here on canister. Good rhythm coming up to it, drives it, hits that beautifully as Pinellos do. But unfortunately for him, it's just drifted wide to the left-hand side. And so the ball will be placed on the back line here now for Gonza Ferrari to bring in here now for Gantut. So Gonza taps it up forward. Looks to see what his options are. Decides to cut it out here now towards the picnic area and us here at Polo line. It's onto that one there. Kaku fizzes that one up forward here now. This time looking for Brojo. Couldn't quite pick that one up, but first onto it here now is going to be Felix. Felix goes with the backhand. Here's the call in towards the middle of the field here now for Benka. Benka comes up onto this play here now. Nasser tries to get in to try and storm, give a little bit of a show and go here now, but it looks like we have Kaku just closing that back door and goes up onto this one there, and they overcommit a little bit on it, and it leaves it here nicely now for Felix. Felix coming up through, trying to get up onto that play, but it might have just been cancelled off out of that one there, but we get a whistle on the play. Let's have a look on the replay here now. You see, just keeping Felix off that play and just over the top of it, but it looks like the umpires decided we'll have a penalty 2 here now in favour of the Wolves. Being teed up there by Felix. As you see, you have Benka just quickly changing onto Evangelista. I think it is. Comes quickly round up onto this one here now. Comes in, drives, shoots, the flags are off, so there it is, opening up the accounts here this afternoon for Dubai Wolves. Is Benka Pinello. You can see it on the replay there. He just quickly changed and then came quickly back into the play. But no problem. From the 30 for Benka Pinello. So back to the middle of the field it is here now. Umpire right. Lines two teams up, changing ends. Ball back into play once more. Off the line out it comes. Near side backhand by Santi. But first to get onto this one here will be Kaku. Kaku getting a nice bit of protection there. Kaku brings it up forward. This time looks to try and get go of that one. Didn't quite get hold of that one cleanly. It looks like it's be picked up now by Felix. And trying to get onto it there is going to be Laborde. Laborde looks to fizz that one up forward and try and get this one up here now for Benka. But quick first onto it will be Habtoor. Little pass there to Benka. Benka flicks the backhand, trying to get this one back to Felix. Nearly took the play there, did Arroyo, but it's going to be Felix coming forward once again. Felix not get the next shot in there, so he goes with a little backhand and sends that one back in. Tries to get onto it. There does Benka. The backhand didn't come off by Nash. It's picked up though by Benka. Benka turns and faces up towards the goal and sets that one up to the danger zone once again, with Habtoor being ridden off out of it, so he can't make the play onto it that he'd like to do so. Onto his near side. Here comes Felix, but it just gets pushed away out towards the side. It's now picked up here once again by Ambrosio. Ambrosio on the boards, on the far side. There with Laborde. Turns, comes back inside, comes away, gets a nice bit of protection there. So he can start to mount an attack here from that bottom corner. This time, little weighted pass up here. Now for Kaku. Kaku goes the first time play, trying to get this one up there for Nasser. Nasser looking to get up onto that play. Calls for the big shot there. Does Gonza. He goes up the middle, but it only goes as far as Habtoor, and a nice tail backhand there by Habtoor. And trying to get onto that one there was Benka, but he yields off and leaves it for Laborde. Laborde sends it down the boards. Felix looking to try and get up onto this one here now, but gets well ridden off out of it and picked up the play there by Roger. Comes in towards the middle of the field here now. Couldn't quite pick that one up clearly, but this time it's picked up and tied it up well by Kaku Raja. Kaku turns back inside, uses the man for some protection there here. Brings it up in there behind Laborde. Tries to go for the big pass, but didn't get that one off. But as far as you'd like, then it's going to be Laborde to pick it up here now. Laborde being hunted down there by Kaku. Takes it round up onto his near side, using it to protect it, and yields off and leaves it there for Benka Pinello. Pinello's shot just falls a little short there of Laborde. It's now picked up here once again by Araja. Araja checks, comes back inside here. He's got the players gone up forward. Here's a little call there from Ferrari. Underneath the neck it goes. Ferrari. Gonza looks up to see where the goal is and where his men are, and he sends that one up forward for Nasser on the near side, trying to get in onto that one there. Goes with that near side reverse neck shot, but it goes across the face of goal to be picked up here now by Benka Pinello, who just quickly checks and turns and sends this one upfield to try and unleash. Felix gets called off it, but in doing so, it's now picked up here by Ferrari. Ferrari back on it once more. Ferrari gets it, stolen away from him there by Benka, but he can't come in onto that line. Well, Kaku Raja goes with a long distance shot in towards the goal, but it's just gone across the face of goal and out to the left-hand side. So there's been quite a number of attempts, but not managing to quite convert at this point. So it looks like we're getting a free change here now, called by the umpires, with just over a minute left to play here now. In Chukka number one, with the score being 1 goal, is to Dubai Wolves. Up towards his change on Salisa. Benka has already changed, so he'll probably pulling out another one out of the string. Fiasco for Santi, Karina for Shamsi, Serrara for Juan Ambrosio, and Carmen for Gonza, and Marissa for Kaku. But they've already had one change, so they might be changing up all the orders all the way through here now. And rotate those ones back round again. And so you see Santi Laborde looking to bring this ball back into play, forwarded by Wolves, where it went out over the back line. Laborde taps it up forward. Up there to his marker, Shamsi. Pushes this one out wide here now for Benka. Up forward, has gone. Felix. Felix looking for a pass here now. Checks up on it. Does Benka. He's being marked under the watchful eye there of Kaku comes up onto it, trying to pick it up onto his near side. Does so, does Felix. Puts it back onto his stick side here. Sends a little backhand, keeping it away there from the Gantoot player. And Benka sends this one up over the top as Felix goes up on the run. But first back onto it there will be Shamsi. Comes off the pony. Felix picks it up here now. Goes with that next shot in towards the goal. And in towards the goal it goes. And straight through the goal it is there. For another goal for Dubai Wolves by Felix Essain. You can see on our drone just coming up here now. And Felix just finishing that one off and just making sure it goes all the way as Habtoor follows that one through. So it's being counted down there by the umpires as they go back towards the middle of the field, but I think the hooter will beat them to it. Oh no, they're in. Ball is in play. The first hooter goes, but we get a whistle immediately on that play. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that will end chucker number 1 with the score being 2 goals in into the Wolves. And Gantoot still looking to open up their account. Still a little bit of a question mark going on. Have a little bit of chat from the players to the umpire. But looks like we have a spot green for a foul there in the lineup. Literally just before the commander, and it's now going to be Santi Laborde. Brings it in, taps it underneath the neck here now for Benka. Benka getting some protection there by Felix, keeping the man away off him. Goes up past the first player here now. Cuts it back inside. Now looking for Laborde. Laborde goes under the neck with a big shot here in towards the goal. It gets half stopped, but it stays there now. But first onto it there will be Kaku Raja. Nice quick turning played there by Kaku. Kaku just keeps this one going up here now. Kaku Raja and the hooter goes, ladies and gentlemen. So there this time. That will finally end chucker number 1 with the score being 2 goals it is to Dubai Wolves. And Gantoot still to open up their account. And we will now go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line whilst the players change.
What was your first car, model and color?
Ford Fiesta 86. Ford Fiesta Diesel, perdón. gris oscuro.
My first car actually was a 1978 Mini pickup, and it was in blue.
Una Volkswagen Saveiro blanca, del 78.
Duna Diesel 1.3, que no sé lo que era.
Un Peugeot 205 color verde.
Ford F100 1971, motor V8, negra, hermosa.
Toyota Corolla blanco.
Jeep Willys inglés, modelo 57, me lo regaló mi viejo cuando cumplí 15.
Ford Focus color gris, año 2008 creo.
Impresionante, era para la playa, ¿no?
Buena nave, no tenía nada, ni vidrio, ni aire, ni dirección, no tenía nada.
Se me rompía cada rato, sí, me daba unos dolores de cabeza, vivía en el taller.
Y la extraño, la verdad que sí, a veces sí. Soy medio melancólico.
So 2 teams back out the field here now to get chucker number 2 underway. With the roll in from the inside out, and umpire right bowls that ball into play. Into play it is. Back of the line out it comes. First service there will be Kaku, but he just gets pushed off that one a little bit there by Benka, but we end up with a whistle on the play. Benka came in a little enthusiastically there on that one, and it looks like the ball here now will be teed up by Gonza Ferrari. Gonza taps this one up forward here now. Gonza on Atruiba. Sends that up in towards the middle of the field here now. For Rojo. Fizzes that one up forward here now. Out up the front door. Going back on this hard. You can see the little grey of Marilyn is on the field there from Solars. That is being played by Felix, trying to work hard and get away there from Felix. And Felix, though, comes up with the spoils here. And Felix turns it down now near his back line and faces it back into attack once more. Goes under the neck with this one, puts it out into space here for Santi Laborde on Aurora. Goes with the big high lofted shot first time. Benka waiting for this to come down on Trentona, but coming over in front of that one there was Kaku. Benka thought that he'd come across in front of him, but the umpire's whistle silent, but Benka regains possession, or does he? But it looks like it's going to be Felix coming through here now on Little Marilyn. Goes with the shot in towards the goal, but it looks like that's going to fall here now for Gonza. Gonza turns it away from the danger zone out towards the Villas once more. Gonza Ferrari up onto the play. Gonza takes that ball in the air twice. Couldn't quite pick it up that third time on the bounce, nor could Felix, but it's now picked up here by Brojo. Comes in, gets bump and a ride-off, gets told to leave it now, gets hooked off out of it there, there's Benko, because he managed to get from one side to the other there very quickly indeed, did Kako Araja, but it's now coming away with it again is Ferrari. Ferrari struggling to get that ball in front of him, but it's now picked up here, there by Benko, and clearing away from the danger zone here now. Benka Pinello, Benka up on the move, coming back at him though. Onto his near side. Pony scrambles over the top of that one there, and it falls though for Ferrari. Takes it forward, then sends the backhand. Gets half stopped there by Abraju, who quickly gets himself turned just to face up there with Laborde. The ball just popped up, loses sight of it, tries to pick it up, and it's now left here for Benka once more. Benka goes to the backhand, tries to get the backhand, comes off the Pony, picks that one up on the near side and recovers possession once again. Here does Pinello. Pinello up to about the halfway line, but that's as far as unfortunately he got as Abruzio comes in with a nice safe little backhand for Kako Raja to set it up once more. He's got Nasser gone up forward, comes up to the boards, opens that shoulder and drives that ball up in towards the danger zone, but it's come a little bit behind the players, and first onto it here will be Laborde, near side, stick side, clearing it away there, getting away from Shamsi. Back onto it once more is Laborde. Laborde down the boards here now. Laborde on Cafetera, onto his near side. He's got Habtoor gone up forward. This time he goes with a longer shot and tries to get that one to Habtoor up onto his near side to pick it up and take it away there from Ferrari. Couldn't get the backhand off Ferrari, but coming in onto this one here there is Roger, sends it deeper down in his own territory here now for Ferrari to pick up, tidy up the pieces and try and put it back into attack once more for Gantut. Once again, Ferrari over the top, goes back to pick it up here. Does Kaku Araja on the far side of the field here now. Araja keeps this ball coming forward. Waiting for him though is Felix, so he goes with a long hard drive and tries to push this one up. Out there in front, sorry, this one is Kaku. Before it was actually Arroyo, just has to check up and try and correct himself back onto that line. Couldn't pick it up, could have Tor, but coming quickly back onto it, there's Nasser, and Nasser drives that one in towards the goal, but it just goes wide. We're about halfway through the chukker, so the players are going to be given the opportunity to quickly change ponies. Once again, you see an advert with Polo Line. Thank you to Klanova for the continued support. It looks like you see Felix going up to the Villa end of the field, looking for his change up there rather than his pony lines. So going the long way here. And the ball's placed on the back line for Wolves to bring back into play. So Felix has changed them back onto the field quickly here now, but coming from the Villa end. And we're just waiting for a play to be called, and it will be Santiago Laborde to bring it into play here now. Santi brings it up off the back line here now. Just looks for the guys to start making a bit of movement, so he's got someone to aim that one up to here now. Goes out towards the Villa side once again, looking there for Benka. Benka looking to come up onto this one here now. Benka checks up, faces himself up. He sees Laborde going up there, up the middle of the field, so he tries to get that one sent up there, but it overshoots him and overshoots Habtoor, and first onto his Nasser Shamsi. It's helped along on its way a little bit further there. Just trying to get back onto that one there was Felix, but in doing so, impeded the right of way of the Gantut player. We can see it on our replay here from Polo Line. Thank you very much. Backhand's coming in. See Felix trying to get back onto that one, onto a stick side, but in doing so had to cross over the line to do so. And so we have a penalty 5. A spot penalty in favour of Gantu, brought in there by Gonza, who taps it once and goes with a big high lofted ball, trying to get that one up to the front door, and it does. They all lost that one in the air, but the open backhand by Felix, trying to get onto that one there, is Habtoor. Habtoor looks to come to pick this one up, takes it deep down into the corner here now, does Habtoor. Looks to flick that one into the middle of the field, just picked up there by Benker. Goes back to his near side, picks it up once more, but in doing so, crossing over in front of the player, I believe it possibly is, and that player being Kaku Araja. And let's have a little look at our replay from Polo Line. So he came in, and possibly getting himself across the line there of Kaku, and we bring this one back for a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty here in favour of Gantut. A little bit of a breeze coming from the Villa side of the field across the field, but it'll be Kaku Raja to circle round here now. Kaku coming up on a nice rhythm pony, just balks a little bit there on him, but he brings that one in, and unfortunately it just goes wide to the left-hand side. You saw just his couple of strides off, the pony just checked on him, lost its rhythm a little bit coming in, up onto that penalty. And so the score remains the same, 2-0 it is in favour of Wolves. Here in Chucker number 2. With Santi Labordi to bring it back into play once more. Santi goes out wide, out towards the other side for Benker. Benker on the play. Settles down over the top of that one there. Goes to pick it up onto his near side here now, but just gets ridden off out of that one there. And comes in and steals that one away there from Kaku. Benker puts the man in the pocket and tries to turn away from it, and then sends the backhand instead of making the full turn. Good play there by Benker up there for Felix. Felix up on the play here now. Ball just comes back in him a little bit on that one there, but he keeps moving this ball forward. He's got a bit of show and go. He's got 2 men there with him, but he tries to flick that one back there for Laborde, but Laborde comes in, scoops that one away here now, but we get a whistle on the play. Just as Laborde thought he was nose down and off into the goals. So there's the replay there that maybe Laborde was across the line when he tried to come in and pick it up. But he shows he's working hard on that play. But the result is penalty 5 from the spot in favour of Gantut. Just under 60 yards from the back line now, wide. Under the neck he goes with that one there. Does Ferrari, takes it up here now for Kaku, gets it taken away from him though by Benker. Benker comes in up onto this play. Benker looks to try and cut that one away. Now they get hold of it, but the open backhand comes in there by Laborde, but it's quickly jumped on there by Ferrari. Ferrari, cracking little pony, head down, just dropping down into the run, but he just didn't quite get the shot he was looking for, but still manages to retain possession. But the backhand comes in there by Felix to spoil the attack, but quickly onto it once again is Ferrari. Ferrari going forward here now. He's unfortunately over the top of that one there, a little backhand by Habtoor, but it's sent back in again by Gantut to be picked up this time by Felix, who clears it away from the danger zone and tries to get that one out to the side. But it doesn't quite get there to Benker, so the backhand comes in, but it's well picked up there by Habtoor. Habtoor on the meet, but it's going to be first man back onto this one here will be Rojo. Rojo checks up, looks to come back inside, does so of Habtoor, tries to make the steal, does Felix. He goes forward with it, they're all over the top, and Felix is quickly back round up onto this one here now. So Wolves back in attack here, up towards the Villa end of the field, looking for players to go forward. Benker has done so, but he checks up, loses momentum, goes back towards him to cover up in behind Benker. Habtoor covering and making a little bit of room and space there, allowing the man to go up forward in the fall of Felix. Felix goes with a little near side, open backhand, and through the goals it is there. Or was it? Did it go through, or did it get over the back line before he made contact with it? By just having a quick chat. And the whistle goes as they try and look for a decision. You can see on the replay there. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It had gone through, hadn't gone over the back line first, and through the goals it goes. I can see quite clearly here from where we're sitting in the middle of the field. Beautifully through the goals there by Felix Hussein, and therefore we have 3 goals it is to Dubai Wolves. And Gantut still to open up their account. And the whistle has gone. So therefore the clock is stopped. And so, ladies and gentlemen, they have actually called that one chukker there. So then chukker number 2, it is 3 goals to the Dubai Wolves. And Gantoot still to open up their account. And so the players will leave the field and change ponies. And we'll go to a few adverts for our Polo Line viewers and messages. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. As we'll be starting chukker number 3 off with a roll-in. After that goal there by Felix Essain, and which is now 3 goals for Wolves to start chukker number 3. Wolves heading towards the scoreboard end, the ball back into play, and off the back of the line out it comes. Couldn't quite pick that one up. But Araujo comes in, plays the open backhand. It's stopped there by Felix, but it's left there for Ferrari. Nice little quick flick play there by Ferrari, trying to get this one up here now for Kaku, but first to service with it there will be Laborde. Laborde's backhand picked up, though, by Benka. Ops considering the little back pass in towards the middle of the field, but leaves it for Felix and goes up forward. Looking here now for the pass as he's gone forward at pace there is Benka, but it's going to go up there for Habtoor. Habtoor and Kokoso comes in onto the play, but it gets backed away from him from under his nose and trying to get around onto that. Felix Pony just hopping and bouncing on him a little bit. He couldn't quite pick that one up clearly here now, but it is, as you see, it is Ferrari. Ferrari coming up here with the play over the top of that one there, tries to come and steal that one and take it away from there. Does Ambrosio a good attempt at a spoiling play there on Benka, but Benka comes up with the play and fizzes that one up forward once again. But coming up to it onto his near side here will be Habtoor. It's now left here for Nasser. Nasser decides to go underneath the neck rather than making that tail backhand and sending it across the field here now and back onto it once more. And a good strong shot there by Nasser Al-Shamsi, looking to set up his teammate, but first onto it there was Benka, but half spoilt in the play. But this time it's fizzed up once again there by Ferrari. Ferrari's play up here now for Kaku. Kaku on the play. Kaku opens the shoulder and looks up towards the goal and goes with the driving shot in towards the goal. He's a little bit wide, goes with the cut backhand in towards the goal, but it's stopped there by the backhand of Felix out here now for Benka. Benka on the play. Has to check the pony up here. He comes forward once more, bring it up there to his marker. Coming in behind is Felix, yields off it, takes the man and picks up the play. Does Felix. Felix up on the play here now. Felix looks for the big one, but unfortunately he's going to have to go back to pick that one up as Kaku just keeps an eye on him eagerly here now. As Felix goes to the driving shot and fizzes that one up over the top here once again. But first to surface with it will be Ferrari. Ferrari under the pressure there of Laborde. A nice open backhand there by him. Habtoor working hard to get onto it, but on the near side it's stolen away from him there by Kaku. Kaku coming round at a great angle there on that pony on the corner, but it's now picked up with the backhand that was sent back in towards Gantoot by Ferrari and sends it up the middle of the field once again. Ferrari up there for Nasser. Nasser Shamsi sends that forward, but the backhand now comes in there by Habtoor, thwarting that attack, but beautifully picked up there by Rojo up onto the far side here now. Checks pony up, just bobbles and bounces a little bit on him, so in turn he leaves it there for Kaku, who sends a nice little backhand definitely there towards him, and now picked up by Ferrari. Ferrari trying to get forward onto his near side, does Ferrari, and Ferrari opens up the account here now for Gantut. Here in chukker number 3, it is 1 goal for Gantut, 3 goals to Wolves. Gonzo Ferrari on my suite. But the players look like are quickly changing whilst up that end of the field, and they'll make their way back to the middle here now. For umpire right to get it underway once more. And the ball's back into play. Off the back of the line out. Felix wants that one there. Wolves are all on side here now. Coming round. And it's now going to be Felix. Here's the backhand now. Going onto it is going to be Benker. Benker looks for the big one, trying to send it up there for Habtoor. Has to take the hook, but leaves the ball behind doing so. And the backhand now comes in there by Kaku. Kaku's backhand out there once again for Ferrari. Ferrari on the play. Ferrari, but he's just a little relaxed coming around the corner onto that one there. Looks like he's going to come back, pick it up here once again. Does Ferrari. Ferrari opens that shoulder up, and this time gives that ball a ride and sends it up for it, but it looks like his man at the front door there's already gone to go and get changed, so it falls there for Benker. Benker comes onto it, tries to get hold of that play, couldn't quite do so, but Ferrari's going to take it away from him, and coming and meeting that on the near side was Ferrari. Laborde thought that he had a little bit more of something on that one there, but his next shot there goes in there by Kaku, but it looks like that one's going to go wide and out over the back line. So we've got a few players changing, and the ball's on the back line here. It'll be Santiago Laborde to bring it into play. So, brings it into play here now. Laborde taps it up forward. Once again. Players just sportsmanlike, just waiting for the Gantut player to come back on in the form of Ferrari. And now we'll get things back underway once more, but it looks like Kaku's going to pick up this one here now. Kaku goes to the near side backhand, gets a little bit of cane onto it. Next onto that one there was going to be a Brogio, and then we get a whistle on that play. We'll be able to see on the replay quite clearly. The umpire deciding more in favour there of Benker. So this has been moved up for a penalty, for a 60-yard penalty in favour of Dubai Wolves. Being teed up there by Felix. So it looks like Felix is going to take this one actually, rather than Benker. And players called. So Felix coming around here, up onto the play. Comes in, drives, shoots, and sends that one straight through the goals there by Felix. A beautiful goal there by Felix for the Wolves. Making it 4 goals it is now to Wolves, but 1 for Gantut. You can see on the replay there, clearly high and proud that one was there from Felix. And now we have the two teams lined up once more. Ball back into play. Front of the line out. Looking for it there is going to be Arrojo out there this time for Kaku. But Kaku gets it taken away from him there by Felix. But next on to that one there is going to be Benker. Benker passes that one up for Felix. Felix goes to the next shot in towards the goal. But he's over the top of that one a little bit. And he's going to go across the face of goal and wide. We can see the replay on the drone. So, the ball to be brought back into play for Gantut by Gonzo Ferrari. Goes acutely underneath the neck here now, trying to get that one up for Roger or up for Kaku. We see Kaku just lets the men go in and fight it out, and Felix sends that one back into the throws, but picking it up here now will be coming across, and away from it is Ferrari. Away there from Benker. Drops Mate down, just checks up, comes back inside. Kaku coming in behind to give him the helping hand if necessary. Pushes it up here now for Ambrosio. But first to surface with it here will be Felix. Here's the call of open, and onto it comes Laborde. Trying to get onto it though was Nasser, but Laborde picks this one up here now. Let him go through on that play, and helping him out there is Benka. Benka coming forward onto it once more, but showing too much of that one there for Ferrari, who nice clean backhand out towards the boards, gets called off it to Nasser and sent it out there for Kaku to put it up the front door, but once again that door is closed quite firmly by Felix. Felix takes it deeper down his own territory, then sends the backhand, looks to see where the flow of play was, and now for Benka to try and get up onto this one here, but coming up the first two to goes, and Kaku comes in and spoils that play. Trying to get onto it though is Roger. Can't get onto that one clearly, but coming away with it here this time is going to be Benka, and he pisses that one up the front door looking for Habtoor, but first back onto it once again is going to be Arroyo. Backhand out for Ferrari. Ferrari picks this up here now. Ferrari runs this round the corner. Up in the air, he takes that one there. Couldn't quite get onto the next one there. The backhand comes in for the Wolves by Benka. Up onto it is the backhand by Ambrosio. Spoiled in the play there by Felix. And Habtoor tries to get that one going forward, but unfortunately just runs out of time. As for the hooter goes, and we'll go into the half-time break here now, ladies and gentlemen. With the score being 4 goals is to Wolves, 1 for Gantut.
No, divertido, contento. O sea, estar jugando con Bauti y Juan, que los conozco hace un montón. Hace un montón. Vienen jugando ellos hace un montón. Con Mohamed, que es un crack, y después toda la organización, Guille, Marquitos Panelo, Juancho, todos. Hay un montón que la verdad, re buena onda. No, está bueno, bravo, nos puteamos bastante, pero no, divertido, jugamos bastante. Así que no, un placer, muy divertido. Y hoy necesitamos ganar, sí o sí, perdíamos, quedábamos afuera. Tuvimos unos partidos creo muy buenos que no los pudimos terminar de ganar, siempre perdiendo por uno, suplementario. Pero hoy por suerte se nos dio, hoy estábamos bien. Y después tenemos la President con el mismo equipo, en Gantut. Y yo me voy a Argentina, jugar la temporada ahí, algunos torneos de la asociación, y después seguramente me vaya para Francia.
Here I came to Dubai first time 2008. I got an invitation. I was in England playing with Vindrai family, and they invited me to come. We were keeping our horses together with them and playing with them there, and they invited me to come and play some tournaments. I remember at that time we played the Cartier Cup or something like that. Then we started playing the Gold Cup, Silver Cup, and all that. So I've been, related to the show and Habtoor since that. And then when we stopped playing with Said Vindrai, Mohamed invited me through Guillermo Coutinho to join to Habtoor as a manager, as a polo manager. And that was in 2017, I think. It was. We did one tournament the year before. That it was the Dubai Challenge Cup. That was our first 18-hole tournament here at the club that I played with Vindrai. And the next year, the idea was to move the Silver Cup and Gold Cup that it was happening on the other club on Dubai Polo Equestrian, to move it to Habtoor and be based here. And it was the first years of the club, so everything was new, the fields, the stables. We organized a polo calendar of the season, started combining with low goal, medium goal, high goal, trying to bring new members and new horses. And luckily, I think we did quite well. The polo grew up a lot. Right now we have like 500 horses there be based in the club. So it was, it's a daily challenge, but it's nice, and it's nice to work with them. These days, I think it's, in general, I'm talking about Dubai. It grew up a lot, the polo, the horses and the players, not that much the polo fields. We need more number of polo fields. I think this is our next step, in Dubai to grow up. I wish we had new clubs or new facilities, and we need to add at least 4 or 5 new polo fields to try to fulfill, all the requirements, Otherwise, we are running behind on that a bit. But it's good. It's nice to grow up and have these challenges. Since that time, I think the level of polo, and especially level of players and horses. All of the patrons here, they like to play good polo, and they all understand that in order to improve that, you need to improve the level of horses first, and players as well. And they are doing that. They are investing a lot on horses, on players, on teams. We have a very competitive season now in every level, not just on high goal. On the 6 goal, on the 8 and 12. This year, the 12 goals, we have 9 teams, 10 teams, some tournaments, which is good. And I think it's good for them to understand this, and they realize that yes, we want to be part of, and everyone is competing. No, they're happy. We started playing with Saad, with his brother here, the local, and Hamed, he came to see his brother, and he enjoyed a lot, and he liked it, and suddenly he decided, okay, let's play the Gold Cup. And in 1 month, they were in Argentina. They start shipping horses and players. And Gonzalito is the first year he comes, so it's a good add, to all the polo communities. We have someone so famous. And I hope, new players and new teams are coming like this, and be part of the polo family here in Dubai. It's always to put a standard so high. 20 goals for the region is very high, especially because in the off-season you don't have the facilities here in Dubai because of weather and conditions, natural conditions. Horses are going back and forward, coming to play, then back to Europe.
So 2 teams back out of the field here now to get this underway with the throw-in. From the inside out and umpire right. Hi there, Rachel. Tuned in as usual, which is great to see. And the ball's into play, and Benka picks this one up here now. Benka turns, comes away with the play here. Looks to send that one up there, looking for Habtoor. Habtoor just checks up on Romance, gets onto his stick side here now, then takes it away there from Nasser. Looks for the next shot and goes to the next shot, but unfortunately it looks like that one's just going to go wide. And out over the back line it is, so the ball will be placed on the back line. Furgan's Ferrari to bring into play for Gantut. Bedel Khan, thanks for tuning in. Mohammed Ukas and Abdul Nasser. And Ross Mansell's also watching as well. Hi there, Ross. And brought in there by Ferrari. Ferrari gets another bite of the cherry and sends that one up forward here now this time. And pushing this one up the front door here. Looking to come up onto this one is going to be Kaku. Kaku gets a very straight shot on that. We'll look for a little bit more angle. You can see he looked to the skies. As out over the back line it goes. Once again. So this time it will be Wolves to bring into play. And to be brought in here now. And a cry of anguish there from Kaku. The ball's on the back line. And be brought into play here by Santi Laborde. Laborde taps it up forward. Got his options, one going one way, one going the other way, cutting back the other way. There is Felix, goes under the neck to pick this one up now, does Felix from Laborde. Laborde goes forward. Felix bringing this ball forward. Felix not challenged at this point in time, so he keeps bringing it forward a little bit further. This time goes to look to open it up here now for Laborde to come onto. Laborde there with Ambrosio. Goes back onto the play, picks it up. Looks for the play to come in, but stealing that on the near side there is Kaku. Kaku checks, turns, comes back inside once again and goes back in towards the middle of the field and picks it up and sends it out here now for Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser goes to the first time play, drives this one up the field, but it looks like Habtoor's going to be first to surface with the play, but it's going to be Nasser to keep it going forward once again for Habtoor to have another crack at. Gets the open backhand this time. It's going to be picked up here there by Ferrari. Reads that game so well, but it's going to be picked up here and taken across the face of his own goalmouth there by Felix. Felix taps it up forward once again. Felix Hussein. Felix Hussein. Felix checks up. With the brochure. Comes forward once again. Opts to run it by himself. Does Felix. Keeps on coming. Plays a little backhand for Laborde to come onto. Laborde picks it up here now. Laborde drives that one up nicely, gets that one up forward there for Felix, lost a bit of momentum, the men get to him, but he comes up with spoils once again, does Felix, and goes with a good cut shot in towards the goal, but first to surface with it, here will be Ambrosio. Ambrosio checks, turns, comes away there from his goalmouth, and comes in behind of Felix here, looking to see what his options are, gets told to play it, goes under the neck, and tries to push this one out wide for Ferrari, but it's picked up there by Felix, and Felix comes away there, and it looks like just going to have to yield off out of that one there. And it goes over the top of it there, does Felix, and this time leaves it, but couldn't quite pick it up there cleanly. But Felix picks it up once more, recovers the play, back out to the boards it is. Trying to get onto it though is Benka. There with Nasser Al-Shamsi, and we get a whistle on that play. We can see on the replay. He's trying to get in onto it there. Umpires must have deemed that he had that right, and Nasser was just a little bit in front of him, and we have a penalty 3, a 40-yard penalty in favour of the Wolves. And it's going to be Felix standing over this, but it looks like Benker's going to come and take the penalty here now, as he quickly changes pony, as does Habtoor and as does Laborde. And Felix just going back to change as well, whilst Banker Pinello on Evangelista circles round up onto the play. Here in chucker number 4. Banker comes in, drives, shoots, it's along the ground, but bounces that one away. Through the goals it goes, and it's 5 goals now to Dubai Wolves, 1 for Gantut. See on the replay here, and coming up onto the play. And get that one over the top of the players, as it were, and didn't manage to sky it, but it's certainly effective. Goal number 5 on the board for Dubai Wolves. So ball back into play there by umpire Smith in front of us here at Polo line. And on it is Felix, takes it forward, turns, faces, got a brochure there in front. Has to do something with it. Leaves it though for Pinello, and Pinello goes with the first time play and sends that one straight over at the top of the players here now, a little bit wide out towards the side. Trying to come onto it there is going to be Habtoor being marked closely there by Nasser, but it's now picked up here and taken away by Ferrari once again. He turns away across the front there of Laborde. It is going to be Gonza. Passes up here this time now for Kaku. Kaku on the play. Kaku keeps his ball forward up to the halfway line. Takes the ball in the air. He's got Benker in front. Felix there. Goes over it this time. Near side backhand there by Habtoor. Half cut out of the play, but it's going to be once again Kaku Raj. So the little backhand out there for Gonza Ferrari. And Gonza Ferrari goes with a big shot in towards the goal. It's across the back, across the face of the goal. And sending Arrojo back onto this one here for the open backhand in towards the goal. But it just goes to the left-hand side and out over the back line. And so the ball placed on the back line here now. For Dubai Wolves spring into play once more by Santiago Laborde. Santi taps it up forward here now. Comes forward, goes underneath the neck there, looking there for Habtoor to come back over to it. Gets instructed to go onto that play, but it's now picked up on the near side there by Arrojo. Arrojo goes the tail backhand. He hears the call from Kaku. Kaku picks this one up here nicely. Kaku looking for the big neck shot, does so, gets that one away in towards the danger zone there for Ferrari, but Ferrari's been well marked there by Felix, gets hooked off out of it, and the ball once again out over that back line. So Gantu keeping them hemmed in at this scoreboard end. So players called. Santi Laborde. Over a minute left to play here in chucker number 4. Santi gets this one out there for Felix, out towards the Villa side. Goes for the first time play. Going to have to go back onto his own play, but first on to it, yes, he manages to do so, but sends a little flick backhand there for Pinello. Pinello up the middle of the field with that one there, looking for Habtoor, but first onto it will be Nasser. Checks, nice open backhand there by Nasser, but it only falls as far as Felix. Felix's backhand didn't quite meet his man, but quickly picking it up there is turning back inside once again. There is Arrojo. Sends it up forward here now. But it's going to be Felix to close that back door once again. Felix takes it onto his near side, looks at the near side backhand, trying to get onto it, and does so. Does Nasser Shamsi, but it's going to be Felix to send the backhand once more. That's cut out of the play by Kaku. Kaku goes under the neck with that one there, but leaves it for Pinello. Pinello on the play here now. Benka. He's got Laborde gone up forward here now. Brings his ball forward and tries to get that one away there from Abrojo. The first two to goes, but Abrojo picked that one up well. Abrojo makes a turn away there from Benka, but Benka picks it up and goes underneath the neck and gets back onto his own play here once again. Does Benka. Pinello. Pinello looking to stick a ball this one all the way home. Ferrari going back to put a little bit of pressure on him, but it is going to be Benka Pinello to finalise the chucker off. With goal number 6 on the board, it is now for Dubai Wolves. 6 goals to Dubai Wolves, 1 for Gantut. So the players will change, and in the meantime, we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So our two teams here now back out on the field. That's that goal there by Banco Pinello, taking the score 6-1 in favour of Dubai Wolves. We'll be starting off with the roll in front of us here at Polo Line from umpire Smith. And you can see the progression of the match so far for our Polo Line viewers. Dubai Wolves 2, Gantoot 0. And a chucker number 2, it was 3-0. And a chucker number 4, 4-1 and 6-1 at the end of chucker number 4 as we go into our fifth and final chucker here this afternoon in our first match. There you see the UAE just waiting for this game to finish, and then they'll get themselves mounted up for our second game here this afternoon between UAE and Chihangiri. And Martin Stegelman, I see, is tuned in as well. Good afternoon, Martin. So, umpire Smith. Ask the two teams to come together here now. So ball, interplay. Interplay it is. Off the line out. Nasser's looking for it. Taken away from there by Felix. Out there now. 4. Santi. Santi goes a long shot. Half hooked off out of that one there by Abrosio, but first onto his surface with it there will be Kaku. Goes a good neck shot there. Does Kaku out for Abrosio. Abrosio onto it here now. Straightens it up a little bit. He's got Ferrari gone forward, so he looks for the weighted pass to get this one at Ferrari, who looks over his shoulder to see where Kaku is. He's gone straight up the middle of the field and goes for the long driving shot up the field here now. Just has to correct himself and straighten to get back onto the play here. Does Kaku, unable to do so cleanly, but as Felix has tidied up here now for the Wolves and goes to about the halfway line here. But you see, you have Ferrari gone back there with him. In behind is Kaku. Kaku yields off and leaves it now, but Kaku goes back in to put the pressure on. Little backhand comes in for Benka. Benka goes with a shot in towards the goal, but that one just slices and curls away to the right-hand side and out over the back line. So it'll be Gonza Ferrari to bring into play here now. Gonza from the scoreboard end. Taps it up forward. Decides to go by himself. Just puts that one short of Benka. Brings up to about the 60-yard line. Kaku comes in behind. Yields off. It goes forward. Leaves it now for Kaku. Kaku goes nicely underneath the neck here for Ferrari. Looks up to see the ball coming up over the top of him here now. Going back with him up the middle of the field there is going to be Laborde. But going at pace up onto this one here now will be Laborde with that near side backhand. Spoiling and thwarting an attack, but quickly round up onto it there is Felix. Avoids the hook but gets it stolen away from him there. And in towards the goal it goes, and through the goal it is there for Kaku Raja. We can see on the replay here, I thought Felix had actually just got away from that there, but Kaku just came in and stole that one and underneath the neck. Making it 2 goals to Gantoot, 6 for Dubai Wolves. There's a few of the players opt to quickly change ponies. As umpire Smith holds that ball aloft. Bowls that ball in. Into play it is. Out the back of the line out. Coming away is Benka. Benka. Away here now. Benka yields off. Leaves it there for Felix. Now in turn leaves it there for Laborde. He puts that one up the front door there looking for Habtoor. But first onto it once again is going to be the good strong backhand from Ferrari. Ferrari out towards the other side here once again. Kaku comes, picks this one up away there from Benka. Goes on the run but leaves that one behind. It's now picked up and sent forward by Abrosio forward once again. But it just falls a little short there. And it's now picked up by Benka. Benka drives that ball, good high lofted ball up the field once more up there for Felix, but Felix just being pushed off that play by Nasser, allowing Ferrari to come in and make the turning play. Habtoor looks to try and come in, make the steal. Ferrari regains possession once more and then puts it across the field here now, looking for Kaku on the play. Goes cutely under the net. Beautiful pick up there by Ferrari. Asks his teammate just to yield off as he's coming through at pace. Ferrari checks, turns, comes back inside. All the teammates have gone forward, so he unloads it this time and drives that one forward. This time looking for Nasser. Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser trying to get onto that one there with the player coming across in front of him. We get a whistle on the play. You can see it on a replay. Thank you very much indeed to Polo Line. Once again. Just got himself a little askew there. So we have a penalty 2 A 30-yard undefended goal in favour of Gantut. Those are about halfway through this chukker. And walks that up to that one nicely and puts it away, making it 3 goals it is now to Gantut, and 6 goals for Dubai Wolves. So once again, back to the middle of the field. So ball into play. Picked off the back line out there by Banker. Now Kaku wants some of it, but it's sent up forward here by Abruzio. Abruzio sends it up there for Kaku once more. Kaku goes up on the loose here now. Looks to get up past the ball. They cancel each other out. Near side backhand there by Pinello. Pinello's backhand intercepted though by that man Ferrari. Ferrari looks up towards the goal and sends that one forward. It's cut out of the play there by Habtoor and just took the venom and the momentum out of it, allowing Banker to get onto it and take it away from his goal mouth. Does Banker Pinello. Pinello looks to send that one back out towards the Villa side once more here now for Felix, but first the surface with it once again as they cancel each other out. In fact, Ferrari was trying to get onto it, but it looks like Nasser tries to get onto that one there with Habtoor, but turns the play around and we get a whistle on the play on the far side there. We'll probably see the replay of the Gantut player possibly coming around the front of the players, but let's see what the replay says. So Habtoor was claiming that line. And we have a spot penalty here now in favour of Dubai Wolves, to be brought in by Santiago Laborde once more. 2:23 on the clock and 6-3 is the score here in chukker number 5, and he just taps it the once, then sends it up forward out here now for Felix. Felix up on the move here, but it's taken away there by Ferrari. Ferrari slipping on that line nice and safely, gets hold of that ball and keeps it short up onto the boards. Turns with the ball coming off the boards here now. Does Gonza. Ferrari over the top of that, leaves it for Felix. Felix picks it up, looks to check up and come back inside here now. He's got Laborde gone forward, but he decides to cut this one out here now for Habtoor. Habtoor looking to come onto that one in front of Nasser. Habtoor, and we get a whistle on that play. You can see on the replay a near side play was the play. Nasser Samsi clearly on his stick side. And so we've got a few players just quickly changing. The ball's dropped down here now for a spot penalty this time in favour of Gantut. It'll be, looks like Kaku's going to bring this one here now. A few words being said there between the players. It's like indirect passive aggression. So it's going to be Ferrari to bring it in here now. Ferrari goes with the weighted pass out there for Kaku to run back over onto, but first to go out here will be Laborde. Laborde goes to the backhand out towards the side. Felix looking to get onto this one here first. You see coming onto it though is now Banker getting away there from Abruzio, avoids the hook, couldn't get the next play, but he's got the man there in behind him in the form of Ferrari. Ferrari checks, turns, faces it back up into attack once more here for Gantut, and a high lofted drive there by him, pushing that one up forward, but it's only be as far as Laborde. Laborde, good strong tail backhand there by him, but it's only going to go as far as Ferrari. Playing a little bit of ping pong with each other there just momentarily, but next onto it is going to be Abruzio. Abruzio going back there with Banker. Near side play, sends the backhand, looking here now for his teammate, couldn't quite get onto it, looking to come across there in front of the ball. There was Abruzio. Abruzio cuts this one here now, up there for Ferrari on the halfway line. Ferrari looks for his man to get up forward. He looks for his weighted pass, but couldn't quite get as much as he wanted onto it, and Habtoor comes with a little backhand, but it's picked up here once again there by Abrosio, who goes under the neck with this here now, and up onto it now. Here comes Nasser Al-Shamsi going goalward bound. Nasser was on his near side, goes with a little stick side play, but it looks like that one's just going to fall short and go wide out over the back line. With 25 seconds left on the clock to play, the ball will be placed on the back line for Wolves to bring in once more. So, off the back line. Brings in, gets picked up and taken away there by Abrosio. Up for Kaku. Kaku makes one more play. Up now 4, and the hooter goes, ladies and gentlemen, just before Ferrari could get his shot off. And that there will end our first match this afternoon, with the score being 6 goals is to Dubai Wolves, 3 for Gantut. And now we'll go to the chucker by chucker. You can see at the end of chucker number 1, it was 2-0 in favour of Wolves. 2-0. At the end of chucker number 2, it was 3-0. At the end of chucker number 4, 4-1. 3-4-1. At the end of chucker number 4, 6-1. At the end of chucker number 5, 6 goals to 3 in favour of Dubai Wolves. And now we'll just go to some of the best plays there so far of that match. The first goal scored there up the top end there at the Villa end. And this one here, just getting in onto that one there. Ferrari onto his near side. Picks it up on the near side underneath the neck. And Banker here with the penalty. Banker putting that one away. Getting back, trying to get back round up onto that one there was Felix, but he had that one stolen away from him. Underneath the neck it goes with a good shot there by Kaku. And so we'll go to a few of the stats here. As you can see, 6-3 the final score. Field goals 3-2. Throw-ins, Wolves winning the majority of those, 8-4. Fouls 7-6, so pretty even Stevens on that. Penalties 3 from 4 for Wolves, 1 from 2 for Gantut, with no yellow cards and no corners. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can join us in about 50 minutes' time for our second match here this afternoon, and that will be UAE versus Chihingiri. And then after that, we'll have a deciders to see who will be playing who in our semi-finals on Wednesday. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to seeing you in 50